I am Matteo D'Ottavio, and this is my story.
We met Matteo at World of Coffee Bangkok for a short conversation, but for us, it meant much more than that. Matteo has been one of the coffee creators we've learned from and felt inspired by for years. So finally meeting him in person felt a bit surreal, like one of those moments coffee somehow makes possible.
You remember, like, we were connecting a lot. Before, there was like the community of baristas more locally. So like I was in London, so we were like London barista community, right? Yeah. And then there were all this community from Italy, for example, from different parts of Asia, USA, everywhere in the world, right? And you know, the pandemic was a bit tough for baristas because, you know, we were home. That's, you know, no job. We didn't know what to do. And I think that the time of the pandemic, you know, like was a good moment also to connect, because there was not only the community of London or the community of different other cities, other countries, but we all came together because social media, you know, connected us all. So, you know, like we start to interact each other from different parts, people from different parts of the world. So it was great. Since pandemic, you know, like I continue to work as a barista, very busy at WoC House, but let's say that I was a bit tired of London. You know, like London wasn't good anymore for me. And one of the decisions was basically to move back home and start to work with the Simonelli group to, you know, first with Victoria Arduino, so being consultant and ambassador, and then recently for the last year, been working as a global ambassador for 3Temp, which is an equipment that I used to use back in London when I was working at WoC House. London, you know, like it's very busy life. You know, like you wake up, you commute for work, and you work all day, and then you commute back, and then eat and sleep. So not a lot of time to create contents after COVID. You know, so for me, going back to Italy was good because I had more time to create more videos, to, you know, like get better at making contents. And, you know, like I see myself as the happiest man alive because, you know, like you have a nice job, you can travel the world, and you're working in a business, in a environment where it's very positive, it's very welcoming to everybody, you know, and you cannot complain about this. Even if I've been traveling everywhere, you know, like from USA, Canada, now I'm in Bangkok, and next is going to be Australia, and then back to Europe. You know, like it's busy, but tiring, but a lot of time I think how many people will dream to be in the position where I am. So I cannot complain. So for me, it's good. When I go back home, it's more relaxing because I come from like a little town on the sea in Italy, which is good quality life. And so yeah, at home with my family. So that's good quality. But also, like, you know, connecting, go around, talking about coffee, talking about equipment, sharing good memories with people, and like I'm doing right now as well. And see people, friends from everywhere in the world, people that I'm seeing here, people where we were connecting during the pandemic online. So after 5-6 years, you see them for the first time in real life. So that is the beautiful thing. But even if it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, still the same energy. You know, it seems like we've always been hanging up, you know, like hanging out together all the time. So that's the best thing, you know, like, so very happy, like cannot complain. And I wish everybody to be as happy as I am right now. So if I have time, definitely. I have routine, everything is ready.
Yes.
From last year. But then, yeah, I wasn't in Italy the time where it was the competition because of work. Sometimes you need to compromise, you know, but what I believe is that you don't need to rush. Because like sometimes I'm coming from old generation, okay? This year is 26 years that I work in coffee, okay? 26, which is a lot, but at the end it's like, it's not a lot, it's okay, you know, like you're growing and you see new generations coming in, and you see like young people coming in, very passionate, right? And that is something really good for coffee, because you get young people very passionate.
Yeah.
Even if we live in a time where not a lot of people want to be a barista,
Yeah.
okay? Because they want to do something else, which is fine. But you know, like you still have like a lot of people, young people, very interested, very, very passionate. And I always suggest them, don't rush, like just take your time. Life is not about speed, you know, like just take your time, listen. That's the most important thing. Listen to what people with experience has to share, how it was before, even before pandemic, how it was before, how it's during pandemic, how it's now.
Yeah.
You know, like it makes you realize a lot of things, because sometimes like people start to do coffee now, or like 2-3 years ago, and it's a bit overwhelming, because you remember it was a time before COVID, there was no equipment for home.
Exactly.
Like it was just a V60, you remember, just a V60 Kalita, that's it. You know, like one kettle. And now it's like overwhelming, right? For home, for coffee shop, it's like so many equipment in the past years. And I heard a lot of people to be overwhelmed about this situation, because which grinder should I use to grind my coffee? Which kind of paper filter should I use to grind my coffee? Before we had only Kalita and Ario. Just 2-3 brands of coffee, there was there before, but you know, like now it's a lot. I wouldn't say too much, but it's a lot. And for someone that started now, I can believe that's a bit overwhelmed. So my suggestion is always, don't rush, take it easy. Take the equipment that you want, like just like get of course good quality, because now you can find a very good quality, not in a very expensive price.
Yeah.
Before it was more expensive.
Yeah.
If you want something with a high quality, now you can find something with a less budget, let's say. Just get the stuff, brew, espresso, filter, whatever, mocha pot, and you know, like just learn, okay? Skills is the most important thing. Then slowly upgrade new things. You don't get so overwhelmed. That's my suggestion, because otherwise it's going to be you burn out. Even if you are a home barista, you burn out very fast. You rush 1 year to try to catch up with all this equipment, all these kind of like trends that you have right now, and that's not gonna bring you very far. So just slow down, enjoy the coffee. That's the most important thing. Enjoy the coffee you get. Don't try to get all the coffee in the world. Buy a bag of coffee and appreciate the full bag, every single bean, for that moment, today. Don't think about tomorrow, think about today. Brew the coffee today, learn from what you're doing today, improve it tomorrow, and every day you improve every day, you improve every day, but enjoying and appreciate every single bean that you find in the bag. And then you go forward, no rush. There is time. There's time. It's never too late.
No.
Okay?
You are correct.
That's the most important thing. It's never too late.
Thank you.